Hey, it's John here, taking a look at treadmill sale info and buying guide. How to get the right treadmill for you at the right price. Rule number one, do not pay MSRP. MSRP is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Treadmills are in sale all the time. It's simply a matter of finding those sales. Depending on the brand and the retailer, there are dollar discounts, which would be $100 off type situation. You can get coupon codes online, which triggers a discount upon purchase online. Some are just a percentage off, flat 20% off all models. There are event sales, such as Thanksgiving, Labor Day, usually revolving around a holiday. And then there are seasonal sales. They can be any season really. Sometimes they'll have inventory blowouts at in spring and summer, and sometimes they'll have big seasonal sales in fall and winter to ramp up for what's usually the bigger treadmill buying season. For more info on accessing and finding coupon codes and excellent current discounts, go to bigtreadmillsale.com. You need to establish a budget, and it's a little bit difficult to figure out what comes first, the cart or the horse here, but really the starting point is you're going to spend $500 to $2,000 for an okay home treadmill. That's a motorized treadmill. Really you need to identify what you need and what you want, the wants being sort of the bonus features. A good starting point for establishing a budget is figuring out what your intended use is. Are you going to be running, sprinting, hill training, walking? The less rigorous your workouts, the lower or less expensive treadmill that will work for you. Including that is how often you're going to use your treadmill and will other people use it. The more your treadmill is going to be used, then obviously higher quality you're going to want. Typically 2 to 3 times a week is not high use. 6, 7 times a week or multiple times every day with multiple users, that would be heavy use. How much space do you have? This really goes to folding versus non-folding. More and more treadmills are folding, so it's not really an issue, but you can still find non-folding. Initially, when I got my treadmill, I didn't think the folding aspect would all be that handy. I thought I would just put it where I'm going to use it and leave it as is. And it turns out that we've moved our treadmill in our home one time, and we've moved it to a place now where being able to fold it is very handy. So even though you might not think you want a folding treadmill now, you may move your residence, you may move where you have your treadmill located in your home, and in which case then folding it becomes very, very helpful. So keep that in mind. Motor power. You're going to find for home treadmills the standard range is 2.5 to 3.5. There's some below and there's some above that. Really, most of them are going to be right on the 3.0 horsepower range these days. Generally, that's going to be more than sufficient for pretty much all users. Mine's an older model. It's 2.75 horsepower, and it works for me. I'm 225 pounds and 6'3", and that does the job for me. So 3.0 horsepower is gonna do it for you. Running surface area, most you're going to find are 20 inches wide. I'm not talking about the actual full dimension of the treadmill. I'm talking about the actual space that you have to run, the tread belt itself. Your length will vary a lot among models. It's going to be between 50 and 64 inches. Most fall in 55 to 60. If generally rule of thumb, if you're over 6 feet tall and you're going to run, get something that's 60 inches long. 60 inches is long enough. That'll do the job. To go longer is a little bit of a luxury unless you're really fairly tall and you sprint and you need, you have a long gait, you're going to need longer space. User weight capacity. Generally, it's hard to, a lot of these treadmills now have lifetime frame warranties, and they're steel or aluminum, and they sound all strong, but I think one marker of what's a durable, strong frame is the maximum weight capacity, and obviously you're going to probably fall well under it, but you look at this because you can assume that it's indicative of it being a higher quality frame, really. So the usual range is 250 to 350 pounds. Higher than 300 pounds is above average for home treadmills. So if you are looking at that and you see something that has a 350 pound weight capacity, that's going to be a fairly durable treadmill frame. Speed and incline, usually your top speed range is 10 to 15 miles per hour. Fewer 15, really going to be 10 to 12. If you sprint, look for 12 miles per hour. If you're just a long distance runner and you're not going to be doing high intensity interval training and not much sprinting, 10 should do it. Incline, same, but it's in gradient percentage or degrees. It's 10 to 15%. Really, you can get some that are incline trainers that go 20 to 40%. That's really only necessary if you're into intense hill training or you like hiking and you want a steep incline to do your training. Other than that, I find the inclines are more than sufficient on pretty much all models. I seldom go above 4 or 5%. Two convenient features to look for, and these really are convenient, are the speed incline adjustment on the handlebars, so you don't have to reach for the console. But even better than that is the one-touch speed incline adjustment. I really like that feature, and really what that is you just hit the number of the speed or the incline you want, so you don't have to hit arrows to go up or down multiple times. If you want to switch to 5 miles per hour, you just hit 5, and that really is a nice convenience. Warranties, really you want to look for a lifetime warranty on a frame and motor, 3 to 5 years on parts and electrics, and 1 to 2 years on labor. That's fairly industry norm on the higher quality treadmills, and that's what you'll see on the reputable brands at bigtreadmillsale.com. Shipping and assembly. Few people give this enough thought, and I'm included in there. When you see curbside, which is the standard if it's free shipping, and most offer free shipping, it's curbside. This means it's curbside. They're not going to do you a favor and bring it inside. It's going to be at the end of your driveway, or not too close to your home, and it's not easy hauling a treadmill box into your home. And now if you go curbside on your delivery day, make sure you have another person to assist. I did it on my own and I nearly killed myself, and I'm a pretty big strong guy, and it was really difficult. So in fact, if you're going to spring for anything, spring for delivery into the room of your choice, into your home. Usually that will include a flight of stairs up or down, especially if you are going to have your treadmill upstairs or downstairs. It's even more important, in my view, in my experience, than paying for assembly. I didn't find assembling a treadmill that difficult at all, and so if I were to do it again, I would spring the extra $100 to have them deliver it directly to the room that I'm going to have it set up. Check out huge sales on treadmills on top brands, many brands listed at bigtreadmillsale.com. There's coupon codes that aren't widely available. There's access to excellent sales with huge dollar discounts as well on top brands. So check it out. Go to www.bigtreadmillsale.com. I hope you found this video helpful in narrowing down your treadmill choice, or to start your research in buying a treadmill. I have a treadmill. I love having a treadmill. It's just fantastic. It's so nice and convenient to be able to just jump on and do a walk or do a run anytime I like, especially when the weather's bad. And where I live, we get a lot of rain and it's cold, and this way I get my workouts in consistently. So check them out. Check out the sales at bigtreadmillsale.com. Top brands, reputable brands listed only.